better get this video done today. Okay, this is take, I don't even know, 19? Okay, we are finally doing this. Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the long-awaited Q&A video. So I want to change up the setting. I am in my backyard today. I thought I would start filming outdoors more because the weather is getting better. So with that obviously comes complications. It has taken me like 3 days now to try to film this video. Lots of technical difficulties, storage problems, sound problems, lighting problems, you name it. I dealt with it in the past 3 days. So you guys threw your questions at me on Instagram and they were quite interesting and fun, so I'm excited to do this. But before we do, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Get your tea, coffee, snacks ready, settle in, and let's get into the video. So the first question is, what was the inspiration to start a YouTube channel? So there's several different factors that contributed to me starting YouTube. So I wanted to expand my skill set into different components of visual storytelling. So I thought I would start making videos. I was a bit overwhelmed with video editing apps. It's such an intricate and time-consuming process, but given the pandemic, I had lots of time on my hands. So I picked up video editing and I started diving into it a bit more. There are endless opportunities to express yourself creatively. And along with making videos, I wanted to share my ideas and perspectives and engage with like-minded individuals and spark a discussion, which I have done through my Art of Solitude video and my books recommendations videos. I've gotten some amazing messages and had the opportunity to discuss and hear your thoughts about these topics. So that was sort of the foundation of my channel, just to expand my skill set and then sort of spark discussions around topics that I'm interested in. But for now, I'm just having fun with it and we'll see where it goes. Okay, so the next few questions are travel related. The first one being, where would you love to travel to once it's safe, and where has been your favorite place to travel? Once it's safe, I would love to go back to India. We usually go once a year and spend some time at home, and we go to Bind, which is our ancestral village. And I just miss the food, I miss the family, and I miss Punjab just so much. So once it's safe to travel, I would love to go back to Punjab. And where has been my favorite place to travel? It's tough to say. I feel like every place I've been to has its own unique factor that made me appreciate the city and the culture. But when I look back to one of my favorite trips, I would say it was to Rome. I went back in 2015 and spent like 4 to 5 days there. I really loved it for its food, for all the history of the city, just the people too. It was a very nice laid back city and I'd love to see more of Italy. Alrighty, and the next one is my favorite city and country. That's a hard one. I can't like pin down one exact place that is my favorite. I feel like no one city or country just has it all. But my favorite city is gonna be Copenhagen. I have to say that Copenhagen was an absolutely incredible experience to live there. As a student, I loved it, and I would say just in general, like the lifestyle, the culture out there, but only in the warmer months. I find even as a Canadian, the winter to be absolutely brutal. It was so cold, but I also biked everywhere that I went, so that definitely changed my experience of the winter, whereas out here I drive everywhere. Yeah, Copenhagen is my favorite in warmer months. My favorite country, let's just say Canada, because I was born and raised out here. I love Canada. So the next one is, how many countries have you traveled to? I think I've been to around 18 or 19 countries, mostly in Europe. I would like to go to, well, actually that's the next question. I'll answer that too. I would like to go to South America and I'd like to see more of Asia. Okay, so travel questions are done and we'll move on to the next one. What are your future goals? I got this question quite a bit actually. Okay, so my future goals, I kind of have like a rough roadmap of where I'd like to see myself in the next 10 to 15 years. I do have some ideas of what I want to do. Life is unpredictable and I am quite a spontaneous person, so I wouldn't say I have like an exact path I want to follow. It's more so just like a crazy journey that I know I'll have other opportunities that that I may like to take up, and I'm open to that. So yeah, let's see. I'd say for now there's a big question mark for future goals. Things change. Let's see what happens. All right, so the next question is, what is your favorite thing to do? I like to sleep. I like to sleep a lot. I can sleep like for hours on end, and I would if I had the time to do it. I think the most I slept is like 14 hours in one night. It's great, you know, you need it. Beauty sleep. Next question. Do you know and do you speak Punjabi? Yes, I do. I can speak, read, and write Punjabi. I took Punjabi in university as well. I'm fluent. I love the language. Obviously, I grew up around it. I'd like to have a deeper understanding of it and eventually, hopefully, read more literature and read more Punjabi books. I am not at that level just yet, but I'm hoping to get there soon. What are your goals for this year? Again, I had to give these questions so much thought. I'd like to have more of a balance between my priorities, but also kind of just chilling and not feeling so guilty about it. I think the pandemic really drilled that lesson into me that I don't constantly need to be on the move, that I can, you know, just relax and spend time doing nothing, because that is part of life too. With school and like the kind of constant pressure to be doing things and all that, it kind of got to me and had me caught up in a sort of like rat race lifestyle. So I am trying to get myself to just calm down a little bit. So that is my goal for this year. On to the next one. I like your photos on your stories. They're really cute. Thank you. Is there a tool that you use or filters? So for my stories, I mostly take those photos on my phone. So I edit those on just the Photos app on my iPhone. And that is good for just like adjusting the highlights and the contrast, like, you know, basic adjustments. But for the photos I post on Instagram, those ones are usually taken on my DSLR. So those I tend to edit on either Lightroom or Photoshop. So yeah, those are the three kind of apps I use. Sometimes Instagram filters kind of just do it for you too if you're going on your stories and you just want like a quick fix. Those work well too. So yeah. So next question. This one is going to be an interesting one to answer. Which city did you grow up in? I actually grew up in 3 different cities: Vancouver, Toronto, and Mohali. So Mohali is in Punjab. That is where we lived for about 5-ish years. I also grew up in Patiala, like lots of different places, and I went to around like 17 different schools and 3 different universities. I grew up in 3-4 different cities. So yeah, that's that. There's much more to be said, but I'll leave that for a different video. Do you believe in the law of attraction? That is a great question. The law of attraction is based on the belief that if you have positive or negative thoughts, you will have positive or negative experiences in your life. I kind of believe in it and I kind of don't. I do believe that if you have positive thoughts, you automatically change your behavior and your mindset along with how you move to action. I believe that if you have positive thoughts, you automatically have the energy to tackle tasks that you otherwise wouldn't do. You will start gaining the confidence to do things that negative thoughts will otherwise prohibit you to do. The positive thoughts bring in positive movement. So the reason I don't believe in the law of attraction so much is because you can't just think positively and expect good things to happen. You have to move towards your goals and your dreams. That's how things will happen for you. 50-50. I think that yes, positive thoughts do invite very, very positive energy, and that is sort of the catalyst to other good things that may follow. Can you name some good books to read? I have. You guys can check out my video on book recommendations. I will be sharing a list of fiction books that I would highly recommend as well. That's coming soon, but until then, check out my other video and I'm sure you'll find something in there that may suit you. I got a bunch of these questions. Where do you get your clothes from? Thanks for liking my style, guys. I normally shop at Zara. That's like where I get most of my basic things. This is obviously not from Zara. This is from Meher's wardrobe. I stole the sweatshirt from him. But yeah, Zara, I'd say, is like my go-to. What's the biggest change from Toronto to Van City? Lots of changes. I think the lifestyle and the culture between the two cities is very different. Toronto is a more like upbeat, kind of cosmopolitan city. Vancouver totally contrasts that. People are very outdoorsy, like laid back, and it's a quieter city. Oh, things close really early here. Like it's just It's a nice place to retire. Let's say that. Which foundation and primer do you use? I use Estee Lauder's foundation. I feel like it gives you the perfect amount of coverage without making you look like too cakey. And the primer I use is by Smashbox. If you had a choice between studying and cooking, which one would you pick? Definitely studying, you guys. Cooking is not my thing. I can do it, but I don't necessarily enjoy it. Describe your best and worst features. Oh, okay. So we'll start with my worst and then I'll kind of sweeten it up with my best features. So I'd say my worst is being impatient. I tend to be impatient about always moving on to the next chapter or the next phase in life and saying, oh, like that's gonna be great. And then I tend to kind of ignore present moment, which I think takes away from experiencing life to its fullest. I'm always just kind of, yeah, looking forward to the next step. And it's like, just calm down, just breathe, enjoy the now. That is definitely my worst. My best, I'd say maybe being open-minded. I think that has definitely allowed me to learn a lot. Being open-minded has given me the opportunity to learn more about myself, about other people, about the world. It's also allowed me to jump into lots of different adventures and just embracing life and embracing opportunities. I think that's one of the things I've always done and I will continue to do. The last question, and I saved this one for last because it is a very, very good one. What values are you most thankful for that you learned from your parents? I have learned very, very amazing things from my parents, and my mom has taught me a lot and I'm very grateful for that. But one thing that both mom and dad did really enforce me and my brothers to do growing up is to sit down, talk to our elders. Because we learned the language at a younger age, we were able to talk to our grandparents, our taya, taiji, our achaji, and our masi, and everyone without that language barrier. So we were able to talk to them about their experiences, how their life was growing up, and kind of connect on a deeper level, you know, to understand their upbringing, their generation better. And that kind of brings in a sense of gratitude, that learning about their immigration story, if they faced any racism or any hardships. I'd say respecting and conversing with our elders is definitely one of the most valued lessons I've learned from mom and dad. So that is the end of the list of questions. There were a few other ones that you guys asked that I will not be addressing today. Maybe in the future, we'll see. So thank you for those questions, guys. You guys gave me a lot to think about. I had to definitely sit down and sort of absorb these questions before filming the video. It was a fun video definitely to film aside from all the chaos involved in it. But for now, that is about it. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely leave some comments below, thoughts that you guys may have. But until the next video, see ya and take care, and thanks for watching.